Hey, what's up, guys? Uh, so I'm feeling a certain way and decided to make a live video. Um, I don't know if this is live or not. It says live on the left-hand corner here. Um, but on the right side, it says something went wrong. So I'm not really sure. Anyway, I wrote up a post on my Twitter, and I just want to explore that post because there's a lot of truth to it. And I'm not gonna say I'm frustrated with the way things are going because they are going. Like things are happening and we're doing things and we're actively uh what's it called? Achieving things. So I mean it's great. It's been awesome. But I wanted to go through basically I got a lot of energy right now. I had like 3 energy drinks today. But um basically I want to go through this post that I had and then I want to explore it and I want to talk about fragvid art movie making, and where this is all heading and where I want it to where I want it to go. I know my room is a mess and it looks disgusting or whatever. I don't know, man. Uh, I should really do my make my bed and uh, organize things better. But um, besides that, um, you know, let's talk about frag vid art movie making, frag movie art making. Halo montage artistry, right? Let's talk about it. Uh, so I'll just read the post that I wrote up. It's long as hell, but you know, I figure people who are interested in this art form and in what I'm pursuing will watch this. It's also on my personal channel, so it's not like on the Frag Movie Art channel or anything like that. And I don't think I'm gonna say anything too controversial here that's gonna like piss people off or anything. Um, Although you never know with the way some people are. Um, so I'm just gonna read this. I got it on my phone right here. Uh, I'm gonna put it on a little stand here. So it says, "Is it weird that I have more fun editing FPS montages than I do playing the games themselves? Ever since I started editing frag vids, I fell in love with the art form. To me, there's nothing more fun than crafting a compelling montage to someone else's sick plays. There's something seriously satisfying about creating a composition for me. I'm more than capable of getting good. I'm more than capable of getting good at Halo or whatever FPS I need frags for. But I absolutely love creating frag vids with other people's footage because I have way more fun creating a sick composition than I do playing said games. I stopped caring about becoming a pro FPS player when I saw the buzz my edits generated back in 2008 and 2010. So I wanted to be a pro, man. I wanted to be a professional gamer back in 2007, 2006, 2007, 2008. I wanted to be a pro gamer, um, and particularly the game Halo. But I started editing montages, and you know, I I got some popularity during that time, and I really really enjoyed making them, and I really still do enjoy making them. And the community has always kind of kept their eye on me, I guess, or at least kind of like reached out to me every once in a while and keep me in the loop, which was really nice of them. And I appreciate everybody who did that for me. I won't name them, but a lot of people kept me in the loop throughout throughout like the years. I mean, I was gone for like fucking I don't know, 10 years, over 10 years, So it's very nice of people to still think of me and come back and talk to me and reach out to me and say these things. So that time in my life was the time that I was making these montages and had some success was some of the best moments of my life. And I know some people would say that they'll agree too that it was the best moments of their life, but they were playing the game. So they're probably playing the game, having a lot of fun with their friends and stuff like that. I was making montages. So I was editing these gaming videos. And you know, the sheer amount of comments and the reception that I received from people was really fucking nice. It was really, really nice. Um, and it's some of the best feelings that I've held dear to this day. And if I had to answer a question, somebody asked me like, what do you want to do for the rest of your life? You know, if I had to answer that question, I'd say I want to edit fucking Halo montages for the rest of my life. And if I could make money doing that, then you know, I that's what I want to do. I don't want to be a lawyer. I don't want to be a doctor. I don't want to save people from a burning building like I thought I did back in the day. Um, I want to make gaming montages and I want to make art. So back to the to this to the post that I made. I know the player is the star of the video, but fragvid editors deserve more recognition and income potential. The skill gap necessary to be the top 1% of the 1% of fragvid editors is much higher than it is for competitive gaming. So that's probably going to piss some people off. Uh, it's uh, it's an interesting thing to say for sure. Personally, in my opinion, I think it's easier to play Halo and to get really good at it than it is for somebody to come in and make like a Zola type or Zola level video or a Noob Slayer level video or a Puba level video or a Katha level video or Nikki HD level video, right? These are top 1% of 1% artists in a field that is in a creative field where there's no real tangible criteria to kind of gauge what is good, right? So my point is that with a game there's very concrete rules that you have to follow in order for you to you know achieve success, right? Kill the other team, capture the flag, score more points than the other person, hold the ball longer than the other team, right? Okay, so we get the point. In my opinion, harder to be a top 1% of 1% fragvid editor than it is to be a pro gamer, in my personal opinion. And I will argue that forever, all day. I will argue that. I mean, the software we use, like Adobe After Effects, I would love to see, like, I, you know, um, I don't even want to. I don't even know if I should touch that subject. But, dude, like Adobe After Effects, that's not even scratching the surface of the depth of you know the editing industry, right? Because then you go into 3D work and and then you got to blend them together, right? Because A is a compositor, right? And then you got sequencers and you got the 3D elements, and then you got to put them all together, and you got to create this art, and it's got to make sense, and it's got to look good, right? So yeah. uh is my mic working? I don't know if my mic's working or not. Okay. um well, anyway, I think being a pro gamer is easier than being a frag editor, at least a very successful one. There's a lot of room up at the top for successful gamers. I mean, some of these guys. I mean, and on top of that, there's a huge motivation for people to be pro gamers. There's no money in what we do. There's no money in what we do. We do it because we love it. We do it because it's fun. We do it because we enjoy it, and we do a damn good job at it. The majority of us that take this seriously, we do. So, in my personal opinion, easier to be a pro gamer, much easier. The path to becoming a pro gamer is very simple, and then that's not even scratching the surface of like you know everything that I'll have to do in order to make this a reality, because nobody's doing this. Nobody's going out and trying to get their videos into an art gallery. Nobody's going out trying to uh, you know basically putting themselves into the potential of getting a lawsuit filed against them because this is copyrighted. This is copyrighted music, copyrighted gaming content by Microsoft, and one of the most popular uh, gaming, particularly for Halo, as I'm talking about, because I represent Halo, um, is one of the most popular games of all time. So it's kind of a stretch, right? But in my opinion, we put in a lot of fucking effort into these videos, and as far as I'm concerned, uh, they're mine. They're ours. Like me and the guy that put the gameplay together, that's our fucking video. You know, and if we want to sell that shit, we should be able to do it. Should be able to sell the fucking video for however much we want. If you want to sell it for a candy bar, you can sell it for a candy bar. But my point is, I want to sell these videos that we spend so much time making for thousands of fucking dollars because that's what they're worth. So, I'm going to keep talking about this post. So, the next thing is, I was here. The skill gap necessary to be top 1% of the 1% of frag vid editors is much higher than it is for competitive gaming. Yeah, it's way harder. In my opinion, it's way harder. Well, it's not way harder, but it's a different game. It's a different element. There's a lot of pressure involved in professional gaming. I'll say that. And you got to be in front of a bunch of people. I mean, it's not like people are editing in front of stadiums and stuff. So it's a different thing. But in my opinion, it's harder to be a great an all-time top 1% of 1% editor for frag vids than it is to be a pro gamer, a professional gamer. I think that's just my take on it. I think the software is extremely deep. I don't know if any of you have ever dabbled in Blender or Unreal Engine or any of these 3D softwares, but they're fucking really confusing. They're like extremely, extremely confusing. And yeah, I mean, if you think Adobe After Effects is hard, like 3D software is just crazy. Like in the edit that I just did, that 10 soldiers, that 3D bullet scene, you know how hard it was to get that shit to spin? Like to get that shit just to spin while it's moving in a certain direction? It took like a bunch of fucking shit. Like I had to do all this shit in order to do it. It was the most confusing thing ever. Anyway, I'm still learning, right? But my point is that it's very deep things that you have to do. So guys like Kaiser, guys like Nikki HD, Zola, Katha, Mixie P, like these guys are doing like ridiculously hard stuff. Um, and yeah, they deserve to be compensated fairly well, in my opinion. So the fact that they're having to, not them or whatever, like some of these guys, like Mixie P's got his own YouTube channel. You know how many views his Alive 2 got? Guess. 300,000. 300,000 views, I think. That's great, that's awesome. That's so cool. Like, you can, I don't know, buy a car with that or something, like a used car. Oh, great. He only just spent on that Alive 2 video, he maybe spent like 2 years making it only. But hey, you know, he got what he deserved, right? I mean, he got his views and his comments and stuff. No, that's bullshit, man. That's bullshit. It's bullshit in my opinion, and he deserves a lot more recognition and compensation for his time. And in my opinion, that video and other videos that our community has created deserve to be in art galleries, exhibitions, shows, museums, people's houses, displayed proudly. So the next thing is the players get all the fame and glory, and we're looked at as rats by pro gamers and fans. When I monetize this art form, we're all going to eat and eat well. So that's a little bit mean to say. I mean, I don't know how how pro gamers and fans look at us really. but I wrote this because I was feeling a certain way. I feel like we're not getting the respect we deserve as artists. I feel like, you know, the most popular frag vid movie maker is probably Kaiser or Nikki or Mixie P probably, and they have what? Uh, I think Nikki's got like 250,000 subscribers. That's really good. That's pretty good. Kaiser's got like I think like 400,000 or something like that. That's good. That's good. That's the top of the top. Now, how many subscribers does Ninja have? He's got like fucking 15 million, dude. I mean, it's not even a comparison. It's not fair. It's not fair. So, um, yeah, I think they look at us like, oh, these guys, and on top of that, we gotta make content on, like, imagine in order to get to 500,000 subscribers or whatever, like on Kaiser's level or whatever, or Nikki's level, like we gotta make like the top 1% of 1% of fucking videos. Like it's absolutely insane. It's not fair. It's not fair that we have to produce the top of the top in a particular niche that is fairly, it's very well viewed. I mean there's millions of views on some of these videos, these montages, especially the the newer ones. The games that are popular. For the games that are popular, there's millions of fucking views on these videos. So, if Halo was popular, we got millions of views on these videos, but yet, you know, we got only, guys with in the most popular games, right? Kaiser edits Call of Duty, right? And that's one of the most popular games out right now. It's trending and everything. Um, and yeah, he only has like 500,000 subscribers or something like that. I have to look that up actually, but I'm not even going to. I'm pretty sure he has about 500,000 subscribers. Anyway, I wouldn't be surprised if it's less. But anyway, in that space, there's no way we should be getting shafted like this. We're getting fucking screwed. We're not getting paid what we deserve to get paid, and we're basically fucking, what's it called? Um, Not getting the respect out of the subscriber base, because if you're not making the news, with your edits, what are you doing? Like, you need to be making the news with that shit. That's why there needs to be money attached to the damn video. Because if you don't understand that money gets people's attention, then you're missing the entire point. This isn't about the money. I don't care about the money. I care about the recognition. I care about the actual recognition, the people saying, "Hey man, like you made something good, like you deserve props." And I don't feel we're getting the same props as a lot of these other guys are, because we're not generating any income from this. And if we were generating if we had a millionaire who was a frag movie editor who got there by editing frag movies, it'd be fucking amazing. We'd have somebody that we could say, hey, we could be this blank, 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 and blank. But no, we got people who are passionate as fuck about this art form. People who love editing Halo montages, people that love editing FPS frag movies, that are simply not getting the credit they deserve. They're not getting the money they deserve. They're not getting the credit they deserve. They're not making the news. They're not getting the respect that they deserve. So you have to do something about that. You have to make stuff happen. So when I get people alienating me and getting upset at me because of what I'm doing, oh, I hope it doesn't affect other people's channels, what you're doing. You could potentially risk all. Shut the hell up, man. Because you're missing the point, man. All you care about is making your little goofy videos that you barely put any effort into. All right? For those of us that take it like really serious, like it's a big fucking deal, because I spend 50 plus hours on 1 minute or 30 seconds of a video. So it's not fair that I have nothing to show for it, barely anything to show for it, other than this fancy little video that, nobody's leaving comments on or nobody's saying anything about. So we deserve way more recognition. And it's not just about me, it's about everybody else, man. It's about everybody else that's not getting the credit they deserve for these videos. They're not getting the views they deserve. They're not getting the fucking money they deserve. And they're not getting the recognition they deserve. I'm going to keep reading. I will continue to keep honing my skills. I don't care about editing anything other than FPS videos. Not only will I become one of the best again, I will make gaming art that will live long after I pass. And I will bring everyone who believed in me with me. This underappreciated art form, this underappreciated medium of art has a rich history and an ecosystem of artists that develop naturally out of a desire to express ourselves through the canvas that is frag vid movie making. Dude, I don't know if people, I know some people see this, and I know this has resonated with some people, but I think the majority of people don't really see this as gaming art potentially worth limitless amounts of money, whatever anybody's willing to pay, because it's art and you can't really put a price on that. So, yeah, uh, this industry, this artistic ecosystem that we have that came out of nothing is huge. It's huge. People go to school in like Spain and like other places that are like, artistic capitals. They go to school to learn how to do what we've done naturally. That means they go to school to figure out how can I become somebody in the painting space? How can I become somebody in whatever, in the sculpting space? How can I become somebody in the dude? We have that at our hand, in our fingertips. We have a rich ecosystem, a community, a passionate community of people who love this art form, who love the creators, who respect the creators, who value us, who give us, they give us respect, and I just get like wound up about this because it's frustrating that there's hardly any money in this, and I'll get to more of this right now. But the fragvid space is an amazing space. I mean, this is an incredible way to express yourself, an incredible way to make something unique, to take something and make it into something else, to tell a story, to express yourself, to really just create and get creative. So, with that said, we'll keep going. We deserve to be making 4 to 5 figures per video. Dare I say 6 figures as well. I appreciate all the money I've been given to produce edits for people, but when I spend 50 plus hours per minute of frag movie video, I'd much rather you tell me you're on my side for the monetization of our content as art, that you recognize it as such, and that you'll support our movement no matter what. Your gaming edit is on the house, bro. It doesn't matter to me. I don't want the money. I want this to have the cultural and significant impact that it deserves to have. And I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to make it happen, man. I don't care. So this is the thing. Like, when you're spending this much time, I like I said, I appreciate all the money that I've been given for making these videos. I appreciate all the messages, all the comments, all the praise, all the admiration, all the love. I appreciate all of that. But what I really want is for people to just get behind this movement, get behind the idea that these videos, like when you talk about these videos and I say like this is worth $10,000, this video is worth $10,000. Don't laugh at the idea because we're not making any money from this. So it'd be one thing if I was spending 10 hours on a video and I made $500, 50 an hour or whatever for a relatively moderate to like semi middle ground skill that I have in order to make these videos. It'd be it'd be one thing to make that much money, but we're not making we're spending more time than 10 hours on a video. We're spending 10 hours on like 10 seconds of a video, to put it into perspective. It's not fair that when somebody says, oh, these videos are worth, or this video, Zola's Legacy is worth $50,000 or $100,000. And people are like, sure, yeah, okay. Yeah. No, that's what it's worth, bro. That's what it's worth. That you try making something like that and then tell me how easy it is to do. Tell me how long it takes for you to make it. I don't want you to recreate Legacy. I want you to make something like it because you have to come up with that shit. You can't, I'm not going to say, yeah, I look at videos. I'm like, oh yeah, I could recreate this video in like fucking 10 hours. But dude, there's a whole process that goes into creating these videos, right? You have to come up with the idea. You have to come up with the composition. You have to come up with the music. You have to mix the tracks. You have to visualize the creation in your head. You have to kind of slowly start putting it all together. You have to pick the right clips. You have to do all the shit. So for somebody to say, oh yeah, I can recreate that, that's recreatable in, let's say Zola's Legacy is recreatable in, I don't know, 50 hours. So that's what it's worth, 50 hours of work. No, it's not. No, it's not, because you had to come up with the idea to create that. So it takes a lot of time. You have to watch it over and over again in order to make sure that everything's right, that everything looks good. It's just a lot of nuances to editing a frag movie that that people don't understand. So yeah, we spend I mean, on that 10 soldiers video that I just released, that 10 soldiers video, I spent 3 months on that. 3 months on that I spent. That's a minute and 20 seconds long. The last 20 seconds I did in like 3 days. So that's why the last 20 seconds kind of sucks. But the last 20 seconds I did in 3 days. But the first minute took me 3 months. And I'm not saying it took me, 24 hours every day, 3 months. I'm saying that let's say in those 3 months I worked on it 2 hours a day, right? Which I probably worked on it more. All right. So let's say I worked on it 2 hours a day. So there's 30 days. Let's just say 30 days. There's 30 days in 1 month. There's 3 months. So that's 90 days. Multiply that by 2. That's 180 hours that I spent on a 1 minute edit. Now, you want to argue that these videos aren't worth what I'm saying they're worth? Then please am I just not good at what I do? Like, is there somebody producing top tier edits in like fucking 5 minutes or something that I don't know about? Is there some sort of secret sauce or something, MJ's secret formula to fucking editing a frag movie that I don't know about? I mean, all these guys, I interviewed like 10 guys so far on fragvid movie making, and a lot of these guys are telling me they work on their videos for months. So what the fuck? All right, maybe there are some people that can dish these out in like 7 days or something like that, but that's I don't know how they're doing that. But that's definitely could have been better video had they taken more time on it, obviously. So anyway, the next thing I posted is, this isn't a joke. I find it disgusting and abhorrent that people have alienated me for the views I hold and the efforts I am putting forward. I respect every single one of our montage artists slash creators. I shed tears watching our best artists put their damn souls into their art. We need to stop underselling ourselves. That doesn't mean that doesn't mean we're gonna charge. That doesn't mean, oh yeah, let's charge $1 million for a video or even $1,000 for a video. Dude, we understand that, outside of like the top 10 pros teams and stuff, like there's just not really that much money in this. But if if we can start getting behind ourselves, behind each other, and help each other out. I mean, if you enjoy playing the game and you enjoy the content we make, then how hard is it to get behind the idea that we should get what our videos are worth? And if it's not from the community, it'd be from like art collectors and like big influencers and stuff like that who could make that happen. But if nobody's going to get behind the idea that these videos are worth 6 figures, 5 figures, 4 figures at least, then what the hell, man? Like, what am I wasting my time for? What are we all making these videos for? Oh, it's because we like it. We do it part time. We do it as a hobby. Dude, even if you did it as a hobby, you should still get money. You should still get paid for the effort that you put into your stuff. So I don't want to hear that. I think like if you put in 100 hours of effort into something and like people are enjoying it and there's actual legitimate value in it and people would actually look at it and be like, oh wow, this is actually like really well done. I think you deserve to be paid. I think everybody deserves to be paid for effort that they put into stuff that is like, you know, not easy to do. So the next thing is we are modern day Picassos, Dalis, and Rembrandts in the gaming art space. Yes, that's true. That's true. We are fucking like living this life of gaming artists, like FPS gaming artists. That's what we are. We're artists. And you know, I personally I don't want to wait until I'm dead for my shit to like make money, Like in my opinion, like I feel like I should get paid for what I'm doing, soon, for the work I've been putting in because to be honest with you, man, I want to meet some of you guys, man. I want to meet some of you guys like in person, dude, like go out, do stuff, like have fucking coffee or something and talk about montages and art and philosophy of hey, why did you make this video like this? Why did you put that there? Why did you do this here? Dude, that's what I want to do. I want to have like that kind of discussion, that kind of life, man. And I know a lot of people would love to have that kind of life too. So yeah, we're modern day Picassos, Dali's, Rembrandts, Da Vinci's, Michelangelo's. Trying to think of other artists I know. That's like the only ones I know. Anyway, my point is that we are like we need to stop underselling ourselves. That's what I'm getting at. We need to start taking pride in what we do, and we start supporting each other instead of breaking each other down, and not and just being awful people, man. Like, dude, how hard is it to anyway, man. There's nothing that would bring me more pleasure than for one of us to sell a video we've created for thousands of dollars. But if you guys believe it's out of reach, we'll never get there. So, I mean, there's no truer words, man. I don't care if my video sells. I don't care if Slippin's video sells. I don't care if Puba's video sells, Snoop's video sells. As long as one of us sells something, sells a video or whatever, we can make headlines and it'll make the news and it will be a big fucking deal. And that will spawn a snowball, basically, of effects that will lead to one. Once you have that precedent set, it will set more precedents afterwards. It will set that tone for the next wave, for the next thing, for the next video, for the next montage, for all that stuff, you know? So it's not about me making money. Like, that's not what it's about. It's about us eating, man. Like, dude, I want to meet a lot of these creators that like I've had the chance to talk to. I want to meet, a lot of these fans that like my videos. I want to meet, you know, people who are involved in the community. But if I don't have the resources to do that, like what the heck, man? I'm making these videos and spending hundreds of hours on, a minute of video. And, I just, what the heck, And it's not just me. It's not just me. It's a bunch of other people, man. It'd be fucking awesome if I could fly to Sweden and fucking have coffee with Slippin and talk about Halo montages and fucking get get the art form better, like learn stuff from him, or maybe he could learn something from me. I don't know, man. Like it'd just be cool to meet some of you guys and to interact more with the community, man. Because I think it'd be fucking dope, man. I think it'd be super, super cool. And I think we could do some really cool content for the community with that. Like I said, I don't want to wait until I'm dead for these videos to actually mean something for people. I think that's very sad. It's very tragic that a guy like Van Gogh, for example, his paintings became famous after he passed away, after he died. And a lot of artists stuff happens to go that route. So, even if I don't generate money, like I'd still like to I'd still like to somehow meet people. I'm trying to create a meetup actually at my local library here, and watch these gaming montages. I don't know if you see right there. I just bought that for displaying Halo montages to the community basically. So I'm slowly getting things rolling. Anyway, the next thing that I'm almost done, by the way. Help us in the fight to get this art form recognized by the mainstream. I don't give a shit if we're using copyrighted music, copyrighted gaming content from Microsoft or whoever. We deserve to be able to make a living doing what we love, making artistic gaming music videos. Now, you can laugh if you want, but I'm not going to stop until I get our videos into museums, exhibits, and into people's homes. I have the time, health, and resources to pursue this full time. So, guys, like, dude, this is important. And I'm sorry to go on this rant, like, but yeah, it has to be said, man. It's important to be said. These things have to be talked about. And I feel like nobody's doing any of these kind of videos. Nobody's talking about this stuff. Unless there's some secret fucking Discord that I don't know about. Nobody's talking about these things. And everybody, if I didn't know any better, because, I'm pulling resources and I'm having this contest where I ask for donations. If people were doing pretty good for themselves, they would be donating up the wazoo for making this contest happen. Because if you've got extra money, why wouldn't you donate at like even $10? But that's not happening. We've got very few people donating, and we managed to raise $1,000, which is great. We have a prize pool of $1,000. That's awesome. Hell yeah. I'm very happy about that. And we're going to have another contest. We're going to have another competition. And it's going to be for more money. And we're going to keep growing this shit. And we're going to have a film festival for Halo frag bids. And not just Halo frag bids, but frag movies in general. Because I do want to expand into CS, Valorant, COD, all these different kinds of frag movie communities, which all have their own set of artists and set of community and set of culture and stuff like that, which is super fucking awesome. That's super cool. Like, I don't know if I'm just a nerd or what, but dude, that's really, really cool. Like, they have there's a community of artists for every game that creates these highlight real artistic highlight reels. I mean, dude, that's really sweet, man. That's really really cool. And I want to get to know these people because they do what I do, and they I want to pick their brain, I've learned so much watching different game edits, and I learned a lot from Counter-Strike, for particularly Counter-Strike. A lot of Call of Duty as well. But I mean, dude, like I love learning about this, and I love growing. So anytime that I can grow and anytime that I can learn something new, I take that opportunity because it's something I love. And like back to what I was saying before about, like, if I could do anything, like, in this world to make money and to survive and to be known for and to have a reputation for it, it would be editing gaming, uh, artistic gaming highlights. Um, and Yeah, I love this. I love this, man. I love doing this. I'm not saying I can sit in front of a computer for 20 hours, 10 hours, 15 hours a day, every day editing Halo montages. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that I do love this art form. And I love creating content, this kind of content. Um, Even though it takes me a long time to create them, really good videos. Um, I enjoy this a lot, and I would love to the opportunity to do this for a living. If we could all just get behind this idea that we deserve more recognition, more respect, and we need to start underselling ourselves. So I don't know what else to talk about. Kind of pissing myself right now. I have to take a really big piss, but I'm gonna hold it in for a little bit. Um, I'm just, I'm just confused, man. I'm just confused why nobody, why this hasn't been a thing yet. And I understand, like, I understand, like, people are, I mean, they're getting by, right? I mean, there's no money, and you can't charge 10, 20, 30, 40,000, $50,000 for a Halo montage to the average person. But this should have happened a long time ago where we recognized our value. We should have recognized this a long time ago. And you want maybe I'm crazy or whatever, you want to act like I'm crazy or whatever, but hey, you know, like, there's value in this. Art has value. And I mean, I went to art galleries. I showed them our work. They loved it. They loved our work. And I mean, I don't know what more to say. I mean, honest with you guys, man. I was shedding tears like a couple weeks ago because I turned down that opportunity to have our videos in a gallery. I turned it down because I was like, what's the point? There's no videos in that gallery. We're going to be the only ones with a video, and it's a gaming video, and these art pieces are, they're paintings, and they're not they're not videos, and they're not gaming related paintings or anything like that. So why is anybody going to want to tune in to look at our stuff, where I'm just going to be some weirdo at this art gallery trying to push some random thing that nobody cares about? No, I didn't look at it like, hey, I got an opportunity to show our videos to in a legitimate art gallery, in a real art gallery, which would have been fucking huge for everybody, for all of us to see. I was gonna have Slippin's video in that art gallery. So I think that's a good. I think there's a lot of great videos that we have. I'm not gonna just single out Slippin's video, but I particularly that video. I think people can look at that and kind of, it's like the intro is just so fucking, like, pro, and I think people will look at that and they'll be like, whoa, because I've shown people that and they're like, whoa, like, yo, you guys are making stuff like this? Like, yeah, dude. And then we've got, like, I've had a guy ask me, like, oh, you guys are making stuff like this? I'm like, yeah. And we've got, and then I told the lady, I'm like, yeah, it's a little bit too real, right? Too real, too kind of real, too, I don't know. there's something about it that's, yeah. So then I showed her Puba's video. I showed her Alice. I'm like, we got more abstract stuff like this, and then we got uh, more like, flowy stuff like GTS, and then we've got like, I've got my videos. I incorporate weird shit into them, like drugs and sex and shit. Um, so, I mean, we've got all kinds of stuff, which is really really neat, and I think we really got something. We really got something here. So I think I'm tomorrow or today. I mean, it's 4 in the morning. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna pay a visit to my friends at the art gallery again and see if I can get our videos up there again. And yeah, so I'm gonna do that. And what else? What else? What else? I got a lot of energy, guys. I got a lot. It's rare that you catch me like this. It's rare that you catch me like this. Maybe my medicine's not working. But what's it called? No, a lot of the stuff that I'm saying is true. It's real, And I'm sorry if I offended anybody with some of the way that I worded things, but dude, like we're sitting on a gold mine, man. We're sitting on a gold mine. And it's not just about, like I keep saying this, it's not just about the money. It's about the respect, the recognition. It's about being recognized as artists. Cuz otherwise we're just going to go our whole lives making these damn videos and getting, 1,000 views, 500 views, 50 views, um, 20 comments. Halo's disappearing, guys. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I think the next wave of Halo might just seal the deal for the whole fucking series. And at that point, we're gonna be left with these videos and 3 good games, maybe 4 good games if you count Infinite, and Reach 5 good games. We're gonna be left with these videos and these games, and we'll be able to keep building on that. Um, but yeah, man, like, dude, I just felt so bad when people just kind of like looking at me and like, dude, what I hope what you're doing is not gonna ruin things for us. What am I doing that's gonna ruin anything for you other than bring you up, brother? There's nothing that I could do that's gonna like ruin things. What am I gonna get? Am I gonna get sued and then it's gonna affect you somehow? How is that gonna affect you? It's not gonna affect you unless you try to copy what I did. And if I get sued for this and it doesn't go my way, I think it would be pretty foolish of you to copy what I did, right? So that's the thing. So I'm trying to set these precedents, and we're trying to go from there. I hope you guys liked the couple videos that I did recently. I seen somebody disliked one of my videos, and I think I know who it is, but I don't really care. But anyway, uh, yeah, I don't know. I'm just bored, and it's fucking Saturday, and yeah, I got a lot of big things planned, man. I got a lot of big things planned. Halo montage movie making and art, and Halo montage artistry is only on its way up, and I'm not gonna stop until we get somewhere big. And if you knew some of my motivation, some of my real motivation, it'd be fucking silly. It's some petty shit. To be honest with you, it's the real stuff that's motivating me is kind of petty, but also like very admirable. Um, some of the other stuff, they're very admirable. But yeah, um, I don't know, man. I just don't get how why why I'm being like alienated by people. I feel like I'm being alienated by the community, man. I feel like people are upset like that I'm doing what I'm doing and I'm pursuing what I'm pursuing and I'm getting places and I'm doing things, and it's upsetting people. Why? Why is it upsetting you? I'm helping you out. Somebody had to do this. Somebody had to do this, man. What are you gonna attack me for for like doing something good for the whole community? What is this, man? Like, dude, I care about this stuff. I care about you guys, man. I care about the community, man. I care about the artistry. You know, when I came back, man, I started doing this NFT shit. I don't know what the hell I was thinking, man. I don't know what the hell I was thinking with this NFT stuff. I thought, it's art. We can get our videos into NFTs and digital art and all that stuff, and the people will pay for our videos, and that will make it a big deal. And NFTs were blown up at the time. NFTs were costing like what, like millions of dollars. So I'm like, oh, make a montage NFT, sell the montage as an NFT, and we make a bunch of money, and then you know the community thrives, right? Wrong, wrong. No, people got pissed off, and then nobody bought a montage either. So I mean, it is what it is, and I don't blame them because NFTs are pretty stupid. Although I do think they have their spot. I just don't think it's worth what it's worth. Um, and especially considering you could just, I mean, they showed me at the art gallery how to print out a receipt of a statement of authenticity, a receipt of authenticity, a bill of authenticity, or whatever. So it's just silly to make them so complicated for people to get. So yeah, that whole NFT thing was retarded. That was stupid as hell. On top of that, also made like a fool out of myself, right? Because well, basically, I mean, dude, I've got, we've all got issues. All right. I've got my issues. Everyone's got different sets of issues and stuff like that. And unfortunately for me, it didn't work out that well. I ended up deleting my channel. I ended up doing a bunch of stupid crap. And yeah, I lost nearly everything, and I was able to recover most of it actually, which is actually pretty cool. I was able to recover a lot of it. And yeah, um, what else? What else? What else? Uh, hope you guys are entertained by this video. You go and watch it later down the line. And yeah, it's just frustrating dealing with like with certain things. I wish more people would get behind this movement, man. I don't know what's going on. Like if people are doing this behind my back and they're just not letting me know. I don't know, man. I don't know how people are communicating nowadays. I'm in a few discords and you know talking and stuff, but I don't know what to say. You know, I don't know what to say. I just think we got to do a better job of working together as a community, helping propel ourselves upwards, helping promote ourselves, promote each other. You know, it's just so sad. It's just so sad that we're we're struggling in this particular avenue. So I don't know, man. I don't know what more to say. I just hope I didn't scare anybody with this video. Um, it's just I'm really passionate about this. Like I was saying, I really want to explore that topic again about what uh what I'd like to do with my life. And I've kind of figured that out like now, and I'm 34. So it took me a while to figure that out, but I love this gaming stuff. I love editing videos and stuff like that. And I would love to get our art into more places, into more people, get more people's eyes on it. Um, I just, I'm trying, I'm trying here, and we're doing what we can. Uh, anyway, I'll let you guys go.